Hey there. I know you all are excited about getting underway with finishing up your final project so that you can be ready to get your grade done in class. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Group Actuating Speech Culture Edition. Your project managers are very excited about this presentation. We've already discussed this, and I'm looking forward to seeing your presentation. And after I'm giving this presentation to you all will have the opportunity to discuss further your plan of attack so that you can get this thing done correctly. A couple things I do want to point out is that what's going to happen is each of you in your groups are going to pick a culture. So each group will pick a culture that you want to persuade the audience to become a part of. All right? Now keep it in mind, definition of culture can be a little different, but one thing we do need to understand about culture is that it's not just about your ethnicity, not just about your racial identity, although that can be a culture that you do want to use to identify. The challenge is that making sure that you can pick a culture that will prove to be exciting not only for you to research, but also for you to try to get other people along to become a part of, and it's something that's a different culture that most people in the class aren't already a part of it. So with that being said, you're going to choose this. Now, understand that this topic, this culture, must be approved by me, and that will take place through an email from the project managers to me. So project managers, make sure that you email me at mdorsey@ccbcmd.edu by this evening or tomorrow, Thursday, just to make sure that we're on the same page. A couple things you need to know about this presentation. First of all, it will take some time, and what I mean by time is, for those of you in groups of 3, your time is 18 to 20 minutes, and those in groups of 4, your time is 23 to 25. So essentially, each of you are going to speak for about 5 to 7 minutes. You're going to use a typical persuasive outline. We're going to be using the motivated sequence. We talked about it last class, starting with attention, need, satisfaction, visualization, and then action. The action, of course, is going to be the specific culture, joining the specific culture, doing something to become a part of this specific culture. Basically, the grade that you all earn will be the grade that your group will get. So if you're a group of 3, all 3 of you, I will take the average of your speaker points, combine it with the point value that I give your outline, and average it all together, and that's what each and every one of you are going to get for the presentation. So it's going to be extremely important that you all work together to make sure this thing works. The guidelines are actually going to be posted on Blackboard if they're not already there. Your project managers do have it, but also I will make sure it's posted before tonight before I go to bed to make sure that you have it. We will discuss this further on Monday, but in the meanwhile, I do challenge you all to make sure that you pick a good topic. Take advantage of this opportunity. I would highly recommend that you use these 3 hours very wisely. I know some of you are excited about the fact that Coach D is not necessarily in there. My presence is everywhere. Also keep in mind group dynamics. One thing is that I will not be talking to the entire group about this presentation. I'll be working specifically through the project managers. Yes, we will be doing other things in class to wrap up the semester, but in the meanwhile, make sure that while you guys are working, I'll be talking specifically with them. If there are, by any chance, any issues that come up in your group, project managers, make sure you tell me about them. Group members, I want you to understand something. If by chance you become a problem child, and by that I mean you're not attending the meetings, you're not getting your part of the work done, the project manager will let me know as soon as possible, and if I have to, I will pull you out of the group. But what does that mean? That means that when I pull you out of the group, you can't participate in a group, which means that you will not get a grade for that presentation. So needless to say, it's very important that you do your part, you step up, and you make this thing work. With that being said, I look forward to hearing what you all come up with. I will discuss a little more detail with the project managers a little later, and also discuss some things in class that will help you out as you're making this move towards building this presentation. Have a good afternoon, my friends. Bye-bye.